Should I talk about this ba? Parang hindi yata tama. Okay. Sige. Ang OA. You hate sunnies. You wish you had more straight friends. You're against Miss Nina's political point of view. Hey! Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm going to be addressing your assumptions. I asked the other day on Instagram for you guys to send your stuff, and now we're gonna be addressing them. It's pretty straightforward. Bakit ba ako nag-i-English? Ganyan pa natin sa start ng videos, may English ng English, tas pasquater ng pasquater as the video goes on. So, yan, we're gonna start. Hindi ko na kayo papantayin pa. Alam ko namang sobrang excited nyo na. 'Di ba? Alam ko talaga eh. I know guys. Huy, ano ba? I'm coming. Okay, game. Push. Push na yan. Okay. Okay, game. Nasaan na ba yun? Hanapin ko. Halata bang sobrang nag-prepare ako? Wait lang, ito na. Okay, I don't know where to start.
I don't know what is that thing on my head? Like, okay, I don't know what it is either. So, sorry. Andyan yata siya during the whole video. I don't know. Pero, bahala na. Ha? Para magpake kayo.
Parang I wanted to start light, pero parang ano kayo eh. Parang sasama ng mga ugali nyo. Yeah, you're tired of videography work. Meron ding you hate your job. Interesting. But kaya ganun. Do I give off that vibe? That's concerning. Oh, okay. Parang I've only been doing like actual work as in trabaho. Parang when did I graduate? 2018? So, mga 3 years pa lang naman. So, una sa lahat, parang wala akong karapatan mapagod. Alam mo yun? Tired in the... Siguro, yeah, I get tired. Who doesn't? Pero parang tired in the sense na I'm sick of it. Parang no. Second, I hate my job. No, in fact, I love my job. I don't think a lot of people get to say that. So I feel very lucky to say that na I've learned a lot. I'm still learning a lot. I'm still very excited for more of the things coming. Every day is still a learning experience, and I firmly believe in what the brands stand for and what they represent. I believe in not just the products, but I believe in the objectives and what the company stands for. So siguro that's a big reason why I'm having so much fun, and that I'm very proud to say I work here. Alam mo yun? Tignan mo, ang seryoso. Ang hirap naman gawing fun ng video na to. Wow! Okay, next. Okay, madaming ganito. I'm really confused. Merong, not approachable. Pero I was completely wrong. I thought you were judgmental. Wow. Akala ko mataray ka na di ko makaka-vibe. Pero buwahaha. Rock emoji. Ganun pala yung vibe ko. I really never, as in, meron akong problematic need to befriend everyone in the room. It's an issue that I've long been trying to fix. Pero, parang nag-lesson naman. But I'm glad you realized mali. Kasi I really don't want to be giving off that vibe. Like, dude, let's be friends. Dude! Okay. Next. Toto, medyo light. 3 times a day ka nagko-coffee. I think people think I drink more than I actually do. This is my, I think this is my 3rd of the day. Probably the last na. A lot ba yun? Parang I feel like a lot of people drink more eh. Siguro ko max 5. Ganon. And that's like rare. Minimum 2. Ganon. Actually, hindi. 1. Parang solved na ako basta naka-isa ako day. Ganon. But I love my coffee. Alam nyo na yun. Hindi na yun bagong information. Okay, next. Gusto ko gawing fun! Okay, ito na nga. Sige na. Punta na tayo doon sa mga nakaka-stress. Let's get to the more like juicy ones. You know, hit me up. Let's go. Spill the tea or whatever the kids are saying nowadays. Should I talk about this ba? Parang hindi yata tama. Okay. Sige. Ang OA. You hate sunnies. Oh, funny. Okay, meron kasing parang assumption ang mga tao na porket competing brand kami, not just Sunnies, like other brands and other local cosmetic brands, parang na we hate each other, we dislike each other, ganon. Yeah, it's like their competition, but I wouldn't say I hate them. wait, hindi. Okay, I don't Tignan mo? Wag na nga. Cut na nga tong vlog na to. Okay. I don't hate them. I don't think we can hate a brand. Like, wala namang personalan. Like, unless they did something personal to you. Pero, wala namang personalan. I suppose, parang, how do I say this nicely and like professionally? I have nothing against the brand. The stories I've heard about how they handle their employees na yun. Like now, diba? Parang naging issue na they didn't provide separation pay. Do I want to support a brand who has like issues such as those? No. Pero hate, grabe yung hate. Di na lang natin yung supportahan. Like to each their own. Yun, wag na, don't spread hate. Spread only love. That's what they say. Okay. Next. Overachiever ka in school. Baka, I was one of those students na I didn't do bad in school and it was only because I work hard. If I don't study, like talagang hindi ako nag-aral talaga ng maayos, I really would fail. I really wouldn't do well. As in, hindi ako yung tipong chill lang tapos top of the class pa din. Hindi pwede yun sa akin. Hindi naman kasi binibigay ni Lord lahat, diba? Ano ko ba, parang wala namang nabigay sa akin. You're against Miss Nina's political point of views. Ano ba yan? Baka may nagsasabi nyo? Which ones are you referring to? Like, the BBS, you know? Okay, for those who don't know, Miss Nina is my boss. She's a great boss. And now, itong political point of views niya, do they represent Colorette and do they represent like our beliefs as employees? Do they also represent our beliefs? Parang, yeah. Like, I've always been like anti-call out on Twitter, on like social media in general. Ayokong nagpaparinig, ayokong calling out people on the internet. Seems like a last resort. If pwede namang option ang kausapin sila personally. Ganon. Parang sa akin, dati ganun yung like only belief ko. Right now, like with the help of the company and that includes Miss Nina, pwede quiet on the set po. Especially when it comes to things like politics and governance. You have a responsibility as a citizen and you have a right to demand for better services and for better treatment. Mayaman o mahirap, may karapatan kang magreklamo. And that's one thing I learned with Miss Nina's help. Na like, you should remaining silent and like remaining neutral is just as bad as being on that side. When you have an audience kasi like Miss Nina does, if you have an audience, may responsibility kang i-educate yung audience mo. Am I against her beliefs? No, not at all. No. I got your back, Miss Nina. Not only cause you are the source of my financial income. Salamat sa sweldo. Okay, next. Okay, I assume that you love Yabs more than Pax. Parang alam niyo, si Pax nag-said dito. I feel like he just wants me to tell the world I love him more. Minsan, may times na mas close ako kay Yabs. Minsan, may times na mas close ako kay Pax. It doesn't mean like I'm any less close to each of them. Pero, may times na mas close. Like now, for instance, mas close ako kay Pax. Because we spend a lot more time together. Because he lives near lang. In comparison to Yabs. Tapos, we talk a lot more these days. Siguro kasi he has more time since he just left his job. Ayun. So, but then I don't love and I have a special relationship with the both of them. And again, without them, mama. Ayun. You wish you had more straight friends? Alam nyo guys, hindi ko rin alam kasi paano to nangyari. Wish? Parang di naman wish. Like, hindi ko naman siya need. Ganon. Parang, alam mo funny kasi parang my whole life, I had like a barkada of straight guy friends. High school, through like boys I dated, and through like yung mga boys that my friends date, parang nagkakabarkada with like their barkadas. College din, obviously, like through orgs and like malamang hindi na all girls school ang Lasal. So, I had more guy friends. And then I don't know why the universe decided, just, you know, nag-decide lang si Lord na ito ay tatlong bakla. Enjoy. Wow! Wish, siguro I wouldn't mind. Like, friends in general, gay or straight. If dumating sila, di ako arte. Di ako arte! To be honest, I feel very lucky to have these three. Feeling ko hindi ko kaya i-explain through words yung ganda ng synergy namin apat. Like, regardless of sexuality.
Okay, ano pa ba? Ano yung NBSB? What does that mean? Ang sasama ng mga ugali nyo. Sasama ng mga ugali nyo, wala na ako sa mood. Char! Wala mo siya affected. Wala naman akong hindi. No, not true. Gusto nyo mag-insert pa ang pictures. Walang may gusto nun. Okay. Yan, you actually enjoy being single. Okay naman. I wouldn't say enjoy. Okay lang naman. Like, okay lang ako. Enjoy, I wouldn't use the word enjoy. Pero gusto ko din naman nung mag-text na like, good morning, good night, tapos kumain ka na ba, gano'n. How was work, mga gano'n. Alam mo yun, parang okay lang naman na may gano'n. Okay lang na ako. Pero you know, may deadline tayo. So, diba, parang kung meron man dyan, like, pwede ba dali-dalian niya na? You've dropped BTS because of their fans. Kasi, because of their fans, hindi naman, pero gusto ko sila patayin. Wow! Ewan ko nakita sa frame. Pero that's Bangtan. That's BTS. Alam you guys, like, I made it like a point when like fandom started getting toxic. Na like, sarili ko, alam ko na, pumasok ako dun sa fandom because of the group and not because of their fans. Like, the fans are a part of the experience, pero they're not what's fundamentally important. Alam mo yun? Mas prominent kasi yung fans ng BTS, like the armies. Each fandom will always have like toxic fans per se. So, hindi lang naman armies, pero in particular, sila talaga yung mga gusto ko sa kalen. Wow! Ganito kasi nga. Well, first of all, it's not that deep. Pinag-usapan na mga kaibigan ko. It's like, kasi K-pop in general has always been like a little escape. Alam mo yun? A little escape from this world. It's an escape from reality. So now na parang, let's say this is the peaceful utopian K-pop world and this is real life. Now na the BTS fandom, sobrang dami na. Everyone from the real life is suddenly in here. Does that make sense? So now, this little escape is no longer an escape because they're everywhere on your personal social media accounts. Now, that's together, parang the peaceful utopian world is now just full of little teenagers who have ugly superiority complexes and are pretty disrespectful. And gusto ko sila sakalin at pag-untugin lahat. Alam mo yun?
Ang point ko lang naman is, I know I haven't dropped BTS. If there's any group that's easy to like, it's BTS. They still have great music. And masyado na madaming nagastos sa kanila to just drop them. Alam mo yun? Like, pero una sa lahat, hindi naman importante. Kinuha ko.
Napapagod na yung camera ko. Pati ako, napapagod na. So, tigilan na natin to. That was fun. I hope that was fun for you too. I believe next week is already Vlogmas. So,
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do 12 days. But, we'll see what happens. I love Vlogmas. So, hopefully, may magawa tayo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you whenever. Bye-bye. Bye.